let's go fishing. You know it's really great, let's go fishing. In the rivers and on the lakes, let's go fishing. It's easy when you try, floating on the water with good old Steve in mind. Floating on the water with good old Steve in mind.
Hey, good evening, folks, and welcome to the Let's Go Fishing Show. And we're happy to be here tonight, Mike.
You got that right.
Yeah, we sure are. We're happy to be here. We got a good show lined up here tonight, and the reason being because we fished over the week and had two good trips. I did, and Wesley and I had a good trip on Friday night, and Bill and I went back on Saturday night and had another good trip, Mike.
Yeah.
And you didn't do too bad yourself.
No, we done fire there on Friday night, but I don't know. I think it was that piece of pork rind I put on there that it wasn't a zoom piece, and you can look at these baits see here that you got, and you can see that zoom is sort of shiny looking.
Yeah.
And that piece that I got out of the box and put on there was
A dull black.
well, it was a different brand.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
It made a different color. I noticed that it was when I was putting it on the rod there to put it up, it was shiny gray black looking. It wasn't shiny black. It was sort of grayish looking, dull looking, and that may have been the difference.
Yeah.
Well, I sure didn't get the hits you did.
No.
It
No,
seemed like the hits I got was on Saturday night there were just they'd bump it, but that's all they do.
Yeah. Well, this bait right here is like the bait that I was throwing on Friday night. Wesley and I were up there. This is just another black and red with the zoom chunk on it. So anyway, it's just working.
Yeah.
And the bad thing about it is I had that bait on, or the bait that I was catching all the fish on. The bottom line was this: Wesley and I were in the boat, and we caught 6 fish off the south end of Pilot Island. Nothing great big, 2 or 3 little small fish, and then some, 15 inchers. So we had 6 fish there. Well, that was before the moon come up. Okay, so the moon come up, and we ran over there to on a point there and never got a bite. And the moon was coming up over the hillside behind us there, or in front of us, and I told Wesley, I said, let's run right over here on the upper end of Pilot Island. Okay, so we ran over to the north end of Pilot Island, and I went about 50 yards past the corner there, and that bank drops off steep.
Oh yeah.
And so we were sitting in about 30 feet of water and throwing in there on the bank. Well, I caught 3 back-to-back casts. It wasn't big fish, but caught 3 right off that little drop-off right there. So Wesley laid down. He was in the back of the boat there, and next thing I know, he was laying down taking him a nap, and I fished about 2.5 hours on the right-hand side going up towards Dollar Island, and Buddy never could get a bite. And so I fished there on Dollar Island hoping to hook that old big fish that keeps laying around over there on that place, and I never did. So I went across the lake, and by this time the clouds had kind of covered up the moon, and it was still out, but it was hazy, it wasn't as bright. And you was up there also, so you know what I was talking about. Anyway, I pulled in there on what we call Drop Island, because the river channel comes right by it. And I caught 3 fish. We had the 3 that caught and the 6 made 9, and I caught 3 fish off the end of that island, and it was pretty good fish. So then I went to the next little old island up there. It just has on the upper end of it there, there's a little old cut through. You can circle all the way around it if you want to. But I got on that place right there, and man, I tell you what, it was unreal. I caught a couple of fish before I got to the drop-off, which made, caught 3 off the lower end of that island. And when I got up there to the upper end, where that little old cut-through was, we had 12 fish in the boat. I made a cast, caught one, made another cast, caught another one, back to back, 2 more casts, back to back, and I've got all them fish on film, and I had to film them myself, this, that, and the other. So that, that put me up to 15. I believe it was 3 more, and that made 15. The 12 that we had, and then the 15. 3 more made 15 fish. Threw back in for number 6 off that same place, or the 6th cast, hooked another fish, got him halfway to the boat, and he got off. Threw right back, hooked number 7, and he got off. So I caught 5 more after I let number 7 get off. I caught 5 more back-to-back casts. And, you know, that was just, and as the fish, as I got through the fish, the bigger they got. Yeah, the big ones was there, but the little ones was beating them to the bait, undoubtedly.
Oh, yeah.
And they weren't little, but they weren't like the last 4 or 5 that I caught, that's for sure. And you all see that here in a few minutes when we get the film up. But, you know, and then actually, best I could count, we had 22 fish in the boat, and not counting the bites I had hooked and they got off. But them back-to-back casts was just unreal. They were stacked up in that little old gully there. They were there, and I was trying my best to catch them. So we're going to go to the film, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit more about it, and then I got film, but Bill and I were up there Friday night or Saturday night, and I'll tell you about it. But it was a real good night. Friday night was, as far as I was concerned, and but I did fish 2.5, 3 hours without catching a fish. You know, and just got over there at the right time, and the cloud cover over the moon just made it that much better.
All right.
So, Chandler, take us to the film, buddy. At me. I got my number 2 partner here. Yeah. Number 1's we wore ourselves out night before last, me and Bill. His shoulder's kind of bothering him. He said he's going to wait another day or 2. But got old West in here but I hadn't been with Wes in a while, and I'm glad to have him with me. And we'll see how things go here. Try to get some fish on the line and get them in the boat. And we'll see how it turns out. What do you think, Wes?
Let's get at it.
Get at it. All right, remember our sponsors, folks, and let's go fishing.
All right, folks, there's probably all the first fish. We've had several on. They all got off. There's the first one we've got in the boat.
Yeah, and that ain't good odds. Our batting average is really bad.
Yeah.
We'd never we wouldn't get on the single A team with a batting average like we got.
No.
All right, back in the water.
All right, there he goes.
Dang, well,
All right, there's probably a decent fish.
yeah,
Not bad.
That fish there ain't bad at all. Not, a lot better than that other
Yeah.
one. All right, back in the water.
Back in the water he goes. Get another. All right, there's probably a decent fish. Not as good as the last one, but we'll take it.
Yeah, you got 3 in the boat.
3 in the boat.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah.
get another.
All right, folks, there's old Wes with his first fish in the boat. I just kept coaching him there and telling him, yeah, I know he could do it. Number 4.
Number 4.
Back in the water, get another. Good job, buddy. All right, folks, Wes got number 5 here in the boat. A small fish, but that's all right. They got to eat too. We got to catch them.
Here he is.
All right, in the water.
All right, there's Papa with decent fish.
Yeah.
Can't complain about them.
No, we sure can't. And I'm going to show the folks here. I'm going to throw that fish back in. You still got the camera on, ain't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right, he's going back. That's number 6. Right there is the bait that we got them hitting right now. It's a red jig, hair jig with a black chunk on it. Wesley's got a red and black skirt on his with a black trailer, and we're going to stay at it with that. We've missed 3 or 4 fish, but we got 6 in the boat, so we're going to stay at it.
All right, let's do it.
Let's get it, Wesley.
All right.
Yeah,
there he is.
That's number 7, a little fish, but heck, they got to eat too, Wes.
Oh, yeah, they do.
All right, we hope to get about 25 here before it's over.
All right, back in the water. Let's get another.
Let's go.
All right, there's Papa with another smaller fish, but they got to eat too.
Yeah, that's number 8.
Number 8. All right, get another. All right, there's Papa with decent fish.
Number 9.
Number 9.
All right, back in the water. Let's get another.
All right, let's do it.
All right, folks, there's another fish. I think that's number 10. Missed a couple, but got him in the boat. Back in the water he goes. Good looking fish. Nice fish. All right, folks, there's another one. Yeah, boy. Get him out here where you can see him. Oh, yeah. That's number 11. We're going to get him back in the water. There you go. All right, folks, there's a nice smallmouth right there now. That's a good one. Like to have a boatload of them right there. I think that makes number 14. Yeah, boy. Back to the water he goes. All right, folks. Got that one right there on the very next cast, and I swear he's as big, or not bigger than the one I just released. So I think that's number 15. We're going to get him back in the water. There you go, buddy. Man, that's a nice one. God. All right, folks. There's another good smallmouth on the very next cast. I've caught three smallmouth back-to-back casts. I think that's 16, if I'm not mistaken. Now I've got it back on. Here we go. Back in the water with him. Right. All right. That's 4 in a row, folks. 4 in a row, I'm telling you. 4 nice ones. I mean, nice smallmouth. Damn. Yeah, that's just what I was afraid of. My camera, I was hoping it'd show all those fish, but it didn't do it. Can you come back with it? Trying to film them and get them on camera and everything else. Man, something else. Well, I hate to tell you, but that's number 5. 5 fish in a row. 5 casts, 5 fish. I'm going to put him back in the water and see if I can get number 6. There he goes. Yeah. All right, folks. That's a dandy. That's number 9. I had 7 and 8 on. They got off on me. Back-to-back cast. I tell you what. They are stacked up right there on that little old point. It is unreal. The lens is fogging up. Yeah, buddy. Very good picture of him. Back in the water he goes.
Old Steve done hit.
All righty. Came back to us, but my camera was messing up, and it was deleting those daggum pictures. I'd close the lens, get up and make a cast, and it'd make a beat. So anyway, I caught a lot of fish that night, had a good time, and it didn't show, but I was afraid of that when we brought it over, that it wouldn't show all the fish that was caught, but that's okay. We know we done it, Mike.
Yep.
And it turned out really good. Let me say hello to Bill and Charlie Irwin and all those folks, Jeff Parrott, Mike Pennington, all you guys that watch us. We really appreciate it, and we're going to keep on doing what we can.
That's right.
You know, and can't complain a bit about the trip I had Friday night. One of the many that's we've done up there on that lake at times, and but the jig and stuff was what with the bait we were throwing was a big key, I think, and you know, those fish are hard to catch on that lake when that moon's up bright.
It is.
I mean, you've got to get the right color, the right flash, whether it be a brown skirt or watermelon skirt with an orange chunk or something like that. You know, you got to change up colors when that moon's out bright. There's no two ways about it. And it just so happened there that Friday night that things played right in. And what we had there where we caught those fish, the most of them, this point came out kind of flat. Off to the side of it was a trench. And I was sitting in 30, 31 foot of water, and when that bait got down there in that 28, 25, 28 feet, phase one had it. Mm-hmm. And but we had a, you know, that was the big deal. They had a shadow there, and I think that made a whole lot of difference with all them fish right there in that one spot.
Well, I guarantee you there's something,
You know,
holding them there.
yeah, and it just that played out that way, and so anyway, that was the Friday night trip. We'll come back here in a little bit, and we'll show Mike's film and the film that Bill and I shot. We'll show it and talk about it and come up with something else.
Yeah.
So take us to a sponsor break, will you, Chandler? Hey folks, here at Tim's Tires, there's the times that they're open. The day, you know, that's 5 days a week. They're open from 8 to 12:30 on Saturdays. All right, folks, we're inside here in the warehouse. Just wanted to give you a quick look at all the tires and stuff they got. And here we are. There's some four-wheeler tires, lawnmower tires, just a mixture of about any kind of tire you want. So keep that in mind. Then here we get into the light truck, automobiles, that kind of thing. So just walk through here and give you a quick look at what they've got in stock here. I mean, you know, it's it's just, I don't know, man. They must be a couple of thousand tires in here right now, if not more. Sizes, shapes. You truckers, you know the word. This is the place to get your tires for your trucks. And these over here, getting a little bigger sizes. Light trucks, heavier automobiles, this kind of thing. And as you can just see back through there, it's just, heck, I don't know, this building's probably about 300 feet, one end and the other, and they're wall to wall. Remember Tim's Tires, folks. That's down here on Highway 27 on your way into Harriman, and get the best deals they're going. So give them a call, price check, whatever you want to, and if you want a special tire that they might not have, you could, they'll definitely get it for you. Tim's Tires. people know what we represent.
That's what we're all about. We do try to do an honest day's work for the people, and we've got operators from all over the DOE sites, TDA sites, the outside contractors. We're just about everywhere you see a heavy piece of equipment, good chance that you'll see an operating engineer on it, whether it be Barnhard, I'd like to mention them, All Crane, and all of them that's signatory to us. We have over 100 contractors that's signatory to us, so I definitely appreciate those guys all the way in Chattanooga, Kingsport, Tullahoma, throughout all the way up to Johnson City. So we do cover a big area, and just let us know if we can be any help to local contractors that come through these areas. We'll definitely send you some people.
All right, David. I appreciate all those good words, and we'll get this on the air, and I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
All right. All right, we're back. Mike, let's see, I had something on my mind I was going to tell you, but do want to welcome everybody, and glad to have you all watching the show, and those fine people we said hello to. Left Ed Gauld out. We run into him there. Yeah, Friday afternoon. Ed was right behind us. He come right in behind us, and I said, "You need me to help you get your boat in?" He said, "No, I got it down to a science." I said, "All right."
Yeah.
I said, you sure?" I said, "I don't care a bit to back you in or whatever." He said, "No." I said, I got it figured out. I said, "All right, we're going to go on then." So, Ed, I hope you had a good trip there last Friday night.
See spare tar cover?
Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Looked good, didn't
it looked good. It really does. That guy, whoever done that for him, done a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Sure did. It looked real good. All righty. We'll let's go to Chandler. Put my camera back up there with the Saturday night fishing with Bill Nichols there.
Looks like we're gonna have a good night if it keeps that up.
It looks like it, Bill. I'm counting on it, buddy. Sure am. All right, back in the water with him, Billy.
Back in the water. Okay.
There he goes. He's gone. Oh, yeah. Boys, look at that.
Buddy. Old Billy boy struck again.
Yeah, he has. He got a good, got a
That's a
dandy.
nice one there. He good heavy fish.
He is, Bill. That's a pretty fish.
Eating good. There's what it's all about.
Sure is. All right, number 2's out back in the water.
Okay, old buddy.
That's
Oh,
good.
buddy.
That's all right, folks. Our old Bill is with a good large mouth on the
Yeah.
back-to-back cast, Billy.
Yeah, a smallmouth and a largemouth. They all living together.
That's right, buddy.
So that's a nice little heavy largemouth.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
glad
good.
to see them in here.
I am too.
Yeah, I sure am, old buddy.
Yes, sir.
At one time, they wasn't very many of them in here, but it seemed like they're coming back.
Coming back. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, back in the water.
I'll tell you, old buddy.
All right, get enough. All right, folks.
I'll tell you, there's old Steve, another pretty good little smallmouth.
Yeah, that'll make us number 4.
Yes, sir.
All right, Billy, back in the water with him.
Back in the water.
Good
Okay,
deal.
old buddy. Yeah.
You ain't kidding. Buddy, old Bill's got a dandy smallmouth
Yeah,
there
buddy,
now.
I mean a cracker jack.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, he's a heavy.
Yeah, big, fat, nice slickings.
Yes, sir. Big, fat, nice. I like
Yeah,
that.
buddy.
Yes, sir.
All right,
old
get
buddy.
you in the, back in the water and let's get another.
Yeah, buddy, I tell you one thing. You need to grow up, old boy. Nice, fat, slicking again there, old
Yeah,
buddy.
this very next cast you made.
Yes,
Doubled
sir.
up on it.
Yes, sir.
All right, back in the water with him,
Buddy,
Willie.
back in the water. They grow up there and be nice.
There you go.
Time tonight that I've caught a smallmouth and a largemouth in the same place.
Yeah.
And just now caught a smallmouth and this largemouth in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're living together again.
Hope so, Bill. All right, buddy, get him back in.
Yeah, buddy.
That's 3 casts, 3 fish.
Yes,
3
sir.
casts, 3 fish.
Huh?
3 casts, 3 fish.
Yeah. Another fat one that old Steve got here.
Yeah.
long and fat.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to see these. Hey, they getting plenty to eat. They
Yeah,
have to.
Yeah, they doing good better.
Yeah.
They surely are.
Maybe they'll start growing up and be big boys.
I hope so. Back in the water with him, Bill.
You know, we used to catch several. I've caught 2 7-pounders out of here myself.
Yeah.
But we used to catch a lot of 4s and 5s.
Yeah. Yep. Sure did. Sure did.
Old Steve got another nice.
Big,
large,
fat, nice
smallmouth
slicking, Bill,
son.
as you said.
Huh?
A big, fat, nice slicking.
Yeah, buddy. He got some weight on him too.
Yeah.
I'm tickled to death to see that. You know, last year we caught a lot of fish that was real slim.
Yeah, they was.
Yeah, but they're eating good. The better. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Get him back in. Let's catch
I'll
another.
tell, buddy. I'll tell you.
Whoosh.
That's
Yeah.
terrible, buddy.
When they go back in splashing, you know that.
Licking.
Yeah, buddy, Bill. You doing good, man. I don't know.
Oh, I tell you what, old Bill's enjoying himself. and if old Steve and Mike, hadn't been for them, I wouldn't get to go fishing.
Yeah.
But, buddy, I tell you what, they taking care of me just like I was a little orphan.
Yeah.
Get him
All
back
right,
in there, old buddy.
Yes, sir.
Maybe he'll grow up to be a world record.
Boy. All right, Billy Boy's got another in there.
Yes, sir. Him a nice little fat slicking.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Get him back in, catch you another.
Yes, sir. Boy, I tell you what.
I know.
They're really heavy for the size.
They're beefing up. I like
Yeah,
that.
buddy.
Sure do. There we go now, Bill.
That smallmouth.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, he's a dandy.
All right, buddy. Get him back in the water.
Yeah, buddy. Got him.
Yeah, boy. All right, there we are back. And Bill, if I'm not mistaken, had 5 back-to-back catches right there, too. Mm-hmm. And, well, I tell you what, we played, I went the same trail I did on Friday night, and I didn't really expect any of them fish to be stacked back up, Mike, but they were.
Oh, yeah.
And so anyway, we stopped on the drop island on the upper end of it, and I had that jig on that I caught all of them on the night before, and I didn't retie it. I felt the line, it all felt good. So the first fish I hooked, he got off, and then Bill caught one. Then I threw right back there 2 or 3 casts later, and dang, I had a good one on, son of a gun, if he didn't break my line. Mm-hmm. So here's the thing, that I had that jig, that jig was perfect. Them fish was all over it. You couldn't do any better than what it was doing. And dadgum, when that fish broke my line, it just, yeah. I thought, what in the world? How in the world did that happen? And all that kind of stuff, And I told Bill, I said, I got to sit down here and find me another jig. He said, go right ahead. And so I got down the tray there and went to flipping bags and this, that, and the other. And I said, yeah, here it is. And so I tied that jig on and caught a couple of fish, but they were, sporadic. They wasn't. So we got up there on that little drop there on that second island, and that's when Bill caught them 5 back to back. He just throw out there and bam, I got one. I get the net, get the camera, and he done that for 5 fish in a row. And at that point, I couldn't hardly. I thought, dadgum, what is the difference between the jig I had on last night and the one I'm throwing now? And I got down there and looked it all over good and changed jigs, and then I caught a few fish. But Bill caught the majority of them, and we just had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Catching them daggum things. It really, I was glad to see that. That tells me there's still a lot of smallmouth in North Lake. You just got to find them and figure out what they're doing, but that water is really clear, and I don't know if we fished in the moonlight up there for umpteen years and caught fish, but we had different colored baits on.
Yeah.
You know, that was the big thing, finding what they wanted to hit. And heck, one year there, you couldn't put enough orange on a bait. I mean, you had a watermelon skirt with orange under it and an orange trailer behind it, and this, you know, they didn't. That's what you had to throw to catch one.
Hey, remember it was that solid red with that ruby red trailer on it there.
Solid red, ruby red trailer. Yeah, you just had to find the right color.
It had to be green pumpkin all the way or something, or watermelon all the way. You put something else on it, they wouldn't touch it. But
yeah, that's a fact. No doubt about it. Folks, why it's on my mind before we go to Mike's film there Friday night, they're having a ice cream. Jack Dunaway and Randy is coming up to Edgemore to make some ice cream. And then they got Joe Lee's coming in there afterward. And I don't know if that's on Thursday night or Friday night. Vance told me when I was up there the other day, and it didn't sink in like a lot of other things. But sometime the end of this month, and I'll find out for sure and let y'all know next week. And if you're up by Edgemore, stop in there and ask them what time and when, and it'll be there at Edgemore Outdoors for sure. I think it's either on Thursday night or it'll be on Friday night, and I can't remember which. So I'll blame that on myself. Vance told me, and I said, that sounds good. I think it's on Thursday night because I told him I'd come up and have some ice cream, and then we'd film the seminar that Joe Lee would be having there on the 29th. So, or excuse me, on the 28th. So keep that in mind on the 28th, that Thursday afternoon. I'm pretty sure that was the date. We'll be at Edgemore Outdoors. Yeah. And get some film there and go from there, Mike.
yeah.
So we'll show that film the following week and move right along. Okay, Mike, anything else you want to mention?
No.
Talked to Glenn Reynolds at Reynolds Racing and Marine. I hope you folks went by there and checked those express boats out. If you haven't, get on his Facebook or on his online there and on the website and take a look at them. And I'll tell you what, if you drive down there and look at it, you're going to be, I think, really surprised on
Oh, man.
how good they look, you know, and the room that's in them, how wide them suckers are. I mean, they got a lot of room.
They sure do.
For an 18-foot boat, they're in good shape. All righty. Anytime you're ready, Chandler.
Okay, folks, I'm back up here in North Lake Friday night. Me and Jeff Phillips, he's getting ready to put me in the water. I think Steve and Wesley's already out there. Looks like it's going to be a pretty nice night. Ain't hardly many clouds around at all, just a few here and there, but we're hoping that moon shines pretty good tonight. We'll see. So anyway, we'll get in the water and give them a shot and see what's going on. Maybe we can catch a few, but remember the sponsors. Let's go fishing.
There you go.
Yeah, pretty good fish. Yeah, all right.
Is that what you're looking for right off the bat?
That's what we're looking for right off the bat. Yeah. Oh, I got him in a good spot, that's for sure. Well, Definitely wouldn't want to shake that hook out. There you go. What do you think about that? Can't get it to go back through there.
Shut him off, get another picture of him once you get him unhooked.
Yeah. He's going to get back in the water. We got him.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, we got you on camera now. Put that big rascal in here. All right. Okay, Jeff got him one there a bit. I don't know how I missed that one. Needle nose. They biting hard, ain't they?
Now you're biting hard. He was hungry.
It makes you wonder how in the world them rascals can throw that dang hook. Oh, you get it?
Yeah, give me a second, grab my. Kept my trailer. Ain't getting
Trailer down in there. You're followed, you ain't careful. Well, that's a nice one, real nice one. All right, we'll put him back in, get some more. There you go. Boat, there you go. Jeff throwed another one in the boat on me there. That multicolored jig. Looks good. Yeah.
West,
Largemouth.
that's a greenfish.
Yeah, that's a big largemouth. That's a dandy.
Boy,
We like that.
you done all right.
Yeah, you get a better, good picture of him here. There you go. Now we're showing. Yeah, nice, big fat belly on him and everything. All right, that's 3 down, 30 to go.
Yeah.
Biting mean up here.
Purple hook or something.
He's over laying there. Some of you tried to swallow it. Yep, that's right.
He thinks he's gonna bite your thumb, don't he?
Well, you push that button on that rail. keep trying to swallow it. You silly thing. Get back in the water. Get out of here. Yeah. You jumped that red dry. Black line. Yeah, got a good picture of him. We'll put him back in the water. Make us 5.
Yep, minus 5.
Okay. Then I got him in the boat. Oh, what you want to touch that lip? Oh, what you? He just can't stand it. Touch that lip on. All right now. My goodness. Now there he is. Huh. There you go. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, we got him.
Oh, get him. All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we got him. What do you mean?
I'm coming by slow, but
Pretty. Yeah. The batting average is picking up. Okay, folks, I'm back up here at Norris again. Gonna try something a little bit different. Steve seemed like he done awful good last night after me and Jeff left. Said he thought he found out something. But anyway, we're gonna see what we can find out. So stick with us and remember the sponsors, and let's go fishing. Get in here. I had bite and rest. Hey, keep some of these. Yeah. Alright, folks. He's a small one, but I had another known and he got off. Got that in the boat. So we'll put him back in the water and see if we can get another. Got that on the watermelon Z-Hawk. Look at that. Gone. Okay. All right now. You can quit that stuff. All right. Put your hind end here. Maybe we got a picture of him here. At least I hope we do. Everything going up too bright for some reason or another. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that fish or not, but he's a good one. Real good. Got him on red and black. We put him back in the water. See if we can find another. Yeah.
All right, folks, that is one as the identical bait to the bait that I caught the fish on there Friday night with Wesley and I. And going to have it here on Mike's camera. Mine seems to be full. So, but that's one of them. And then right here is another one. It's just got a little darker red, but it's got the red has got the red flake in it, and the black is up here, there, and that's another bait that was used to catch fish on. So, there you go. All right, Mike. Looked like you didn't do too bad yourself.
No, Friday night was fairly decent, but like I say, things have changed up there. I started out with that Z-hog and that watermelon. I missed a couple of fish on it, and caught one there on it. Fished around that point there, Jeff. He was throwing that multicolored looking jig there.
Mm-hmm.
I think caught a couple on it, and
Yeah.
we moved around and tried some different spots there and stuff, and got over on that one drop there next to 19, and I don't know, it seemed like every time you'd get one to hit, you couldn't get him in the boat, and finally caught one off there, and I think Jeff lost a couple off of it, and I moved on up the lake there and hit some other spots, and I was fishing that red hair,
Yeah.
black rhine on it, and we done fairly good there, but we didn't stay all night. You know, we headed toward the trailer there about 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock or something.
Right.
Then Saturday night, I got up there by myself, and I caught one, and then the second one, I turned around there and missed it, and then I hung that jig up, and man, I beat on that thing for 10, 15 minutes, every direction, trying to get it unhung, and never could get it unhung. I had to end up breaking it off. I put another one on, but like I say, I put that other pork rind on it, and I didn't really realize it till later on at night before I left. I put the wrong piece of pork rind on it. I just caught one or two on it, but I tried a lot of different colors, but could never get a strike on anything else.
Yeah.
Black and blue, and watermelons, and then browns, you know, all kinds of different colors. But never did find anything else that hit.
Well, Bill and I, we started out there on Pilot Island like Wesley and I did. Heck, the first cast I made with that red hair jig and that black trailer on it, caught that first fish there, and then we just kind of stuck around there for a few minutes, and Bill caught a couple of more, and then we kind of started running around here and there, you know, kind of waiting on the boat traffic to settle down.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we met you there at the boat ramp at 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I said, meet us. I called you and told you. I said, hey, we're going to be going in a little bit. Meet us there at the boat ramp at 2 o'clock, and we'll help you get loaded up. But like I said, I went right back over there and where those fish were, and I caught on Saturday night and caught several fish.
Mm-hmm.
Caught several fish. More than what we showed here on the camera, because my dang camera the chip is full. And so I had the wife to go buy me a new chip today. So it's got 200 and, shucks, what did that thing say? Yeah, 256 gigabytes.
Yeah,
So that ought to hold you for a day or two, Mike. You reckon?
it might.
So I've got to put that in the camera when I leave here. So I'll have it for the weekend. Well, let's see what we got here. Hello, caller.
Hello, Steve. Jeff Parrott.
Hey, Jeff. Good to hear from you, man.
You guys got a good show tonight. Had some good fish. We're just going to give you a little update. My brother and I, we tried Melton Hill during the daytime yesterday, and we caught 3 pretty good-sized fish. Nothing to brag about, or I would have got you guys some more video, but it was kind of strange. That water temperature would go from 64 just above Calhoun's there, all the way up to almost 80 down there by the bridge at the steam plant. So it's a big difference in the water temperature down there.
Yeah, we could tell that, Jeff, going up from up 61 there, going in towards Clinton there beside the river. That little bit of fog was on the water, so you knew it was cold.
Yeah.
That's right. And we kind of thought the fish would be in the colder water, but it turned out that they were more between the rowing club area and the Calhoun's restaurant, where the fish was caught. And we got a couple of fish on those mats back in there on the side with some plastic frogs. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that always is fun when you find some fish and get on it with that frog. It's a fun thing to do.
Looks like you and Mike had a good time there. Mike and Jeff done real good there at both nights they were out there. A couple of those fish you guys had were some pretty good sized smallmouth, and I noticed you guys had. I think Mike had a pretty good sized largemouth.
Yep. It's a nice one.
Yeah, he sure did. Bill caught 2 there on Saturday night with me, so he said, I'm glad to see them mixing around here, so that's good.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Well, listen, you guys have a good rest of the show tonight. I'll let y'all wind it up. We always enjoy watching you guys get those smallmouth on North Lake.
Buddy, we appreciate that, Jeff. We surely do. We spend enough time up there, we ought to be able to get them.
You guys are doing quite well, and all my buddies are watching tonight, and I told them, I said, let's tune in to Steve and Mike. I said they can get them smallmouth. You guys have a good week, and we'll check on you guys a little bit later.
All right, thanks for calling in, Jeff. Good to hear from you, buddy.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, see you, buddy. All right, always good to hear from Jeff. He's kind of like us, gets to fish a little bit every now and then.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Between hay bales and they're mowing and that kind of stuff, so we're glad to hear from him. But yeah, the fish, the largemouth, I don't know. I think Bill caught 2 largemouth there, and or maybe 3. I can't remember now, but they're there, and a lot of the guys fishing those tournaments up there fishing for largemouth, and so that helps a whole lot, and just have to stay after them. Mike's all I know to do.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Without a doubt, and but you talk about we talked about it a lot is. If you're not getting a bite on something, don't be afraid to change up, man. I mean, the jigs that Wesley and I started out fishing with there on Friday night, I was throwing I had a black head on my jig. Well, Wesley, the Max Meredith tied these jigs up for me and sent them by Bill for me. And they had watermelon heads on them. And Wesley said, I can't get a bite, Papa. He said, I think I need another jig with a black head on it. And I said, well, let me see it for a minute. And I reached down there and got the Sharpie out of the tray and colored that head up there, and it wasn't no time flat. He had one on. Mm-hmm. So, it's something that, I don't understand how them fish can make a distinction in the color that quick. But it wasn't a couple of casts. He had caught a couple of fish there. After I blacked that green head out, why, it worked fine.
Well, dab a little orange on the back of it, or a little chartreuse on it, or that's just like I had that Z-Hog up there and took that Sharpie and run down the back of it and put a little black on it, and then they started eating it up.
It's crazy, and of what just the least little bit of something different will make a difference in them fish biting it or not biting.
That's for sure.
Anyway. Listen, folks, I took off last week to catch up on some chores around the house and to fish 2 or 3 times, and I had a wonderful week, and got some of my chores done around the house, and then got to fish about 3 trips or 4. So it was great, and I just hope if we get a chance to go back for a little while Saturday night, that we can find some more fish.
Yeah, made sure he happy and you happy too. So
Yeah,
that's
sure
good.
did. Yeah, she was tickled to death with the work on the gazebo. So anyway, we'll hopefully we can get back on the water one night this week, this weekend, and go from there. You folks get over to Edgemore Outdoors, question Vance and them about the date and the time of this ice cream thing they're going to have, and the seminar with Joe Lee.
Give him a call.
Yeah, give them a call. If you're not by there to buy something, give them a call. Vance said he got a good shipment in of Zoom stuff, some things he'd been waiting on for quite a while, but they finally showed up this past week.
That's good.
So that was good,
Yeah.
without a doubt. So I always like to keep that plastic coming. And like Mike said, you know, he was there. He was with a dull chunk on there, didn't have any shine to it. So the least little thing make a difference. Listen, God bless you all. Be safe and watch the weather. And we'll see you next week. All right. Hey, folks, we're over here at Edgemore Outdoors and got Vance back here. They've got a new selection of, what is this called now, Vance?
This is all queen tackle.
Queen tackle, okay.
It's all tungsten. They got tungsten weights, flipping weights. They got drop shot weights. All the jigs are all tungsten heads. There's flipping jigs, football jigs. There's swim jigs down here too. That's all of it's tungsten. There's shaky heads right here.
Okay,
That's
all tungsten
just got all this
stuff.
in it.
Well, Vance got my attention with one thing. You can take any jig. Vance, get some of those bills. The chatterbait bills?
These aren't tungsten, but you can take this little chatterbait here and you can make a jig or a
Any
swim
jig,
bait,
swim bait,
any kind of
you're
head.
throwing
a
and put a shaky head on it.
Yep.
Son of a gun. I was just wondering how long that was going to take.
They've got different sizes in the blades there. There's silver, gold, and black.
Silver, gold, and black, different sizes in the blades, and like you said, you can take a white jig that you're flipping and put that dang bill on it, and you got you a chatterbait.
That's right.
Well, I wish me and you had thought of that. Folks, listen, do get by here, Edgemore Outdoors. Just swing around here, look at, gosh, I mean, man, you know, I mean, the racks are hanging full of stuff, line, oil, just everything in the world here at Edgemore Outdoors. Jim and his crew would be more than glad to help you find what you need back here on the thing. I mean, it's just, I just hadn't had a chance to get over here. I've been wanting to come by and make a new film, advertisement for Edgemore Outdoors, and we just thank you for their support here over the years, keeping the show going, and it's just row after row of tackle, baits, plastics, crappie stuff, catfish stuff. They've got live bait, reels, rods. I mean, it's just, if you're looking for it, more than likely they have it over here. So do come by, stop in here and visit with Edgemore Outdoors, and I'm pretty sure you'll be satisfied and they can help you find what you need.